Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Taylor. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch up.
Play action. Now it's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 37 yards.
All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you,
and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Josh Reynolds, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The point after through the raindrops, up and good, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. He's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Ready? Yellow waiting. 12. Screen. Watch the screen.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 14.
Waiting. Mark 54. Coming. Safe. Hey, break it down, fellas. Break it down. 22 top bombs.
Now Johnson. Well, that one will get him halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on 3rd down.
I got you.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And Tate's got it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 18 yards on that one, and the Bengals are moving. First down.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On the ground, this is Johnson. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out.
Wow, that ball was not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get them home. The next guy comes through and picks them up.
And avoids the turnover. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 at the Broncos' 39-yard line.
95-56.
They'll run for the first time with Tevin Coleman. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on first.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Mike 54. Target.
Now Breeze on third down. He finds Coleman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Ready? You ready? What we got? What we got? What we got?
A quick throw down complete to Ross. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
Ready? Yellow waiting, yellow waiting. Check, check. Watch 54, watch 54. Watch the back,
Open man is Ross, complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out, and finish it off.
So 1st and 2nd down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. Now Breeze. That's caught. It's Coleman. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out that just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that part. I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Locke to throw. That's complete to Demetrius Harris, the tight end. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they got themselves a first down.
Go! 18, Gator. You got 3 down. Hey, Alpha. Hey, check 20, go.
On play action, Locke. And he hits his target, Deshaun Hamilton. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now a give right side. It's Taylor. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
22 yards there, a first down.
Gain of 22 yards. And the Broncos first down.
Ready.
Locke going to bring the offense up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On first down, Locke. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure.
How about that? One of the so-called little guys putting the pressure on. That was the strong safety. When I was in college, we often called that a lightning blitz.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Throwing now is Locke. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Throwing his lock on third down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Noah Fant, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Now Breeze. And he slings one that's incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up second and 10. From the gun, it's a handoff to Coleman. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Get that ball. Get that ball. My 52. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun on third down, Breeze. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
And Brandon, the passing game for both of these teams is going to be affected as the game goes along. It's not looking like the rain's going to let up anytime soon. So that might mean a few more wobbly passes and wide receiver slips. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
Pretty good results here on the first down run as he takes this forward for about 6. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
The last run got 6, now second and 4. On second down, here's Locke. His throw incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, and it's third down. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
3 down, 3 down. Six, pull it high.
From the gun on third down, Locke. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
For the Bronco field goal, a 60-yard attempt.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On fourth down, here's Lachlan Edwards to punt it. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive? It's a foot race. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Kerryon Johnson, 89 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. As an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Locked to throw on 2nd down. This is the tight end Fant. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Clock now on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
On 1st down, Breeze. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. Breeze now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's 1st down. Throwing now is Breeze. Drops it off for Coleman. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Breeze now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
We ain't giving up nothing. Check. Check 26. Check 26.
From the gun, it's Breeze. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
At their own 40-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Locke now at 200 yards already in this first half, and he's not done yet. 1st and 10.
General West, 5.
On 1st and 10, here's Locke. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Solid gain of 18 yards and a Denver first down. Dancing to his left. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
Let's go!
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. The kick by McManus is good. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This fielded at the 2. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 20, 10, 5, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. That kick return TD is 98 yards in length, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Extra point attempt here still to come. And in this rain, they were nice and cautious there on the extra point try, and that caution was well warranted as this game is tied. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You've got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. The give to Taylor. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Set 18 Gator.
To throw on third down. Locke. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. The 40. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. A killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
Block now on first down. And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Block now, 12 of 16 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Locke. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye, that happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Now Locke throwing on 2nd down. Open man here is Hamilton. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Now Locke. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. But a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
To throw it is Locke. Got a man, that's Quinn. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Ready. Mike 59. I got. Bravo.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, it's Johnson. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Breeze looking to throw on 3rd and 2. That's to his running back, Kerryon Johnson. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Ready? 5-8. Check. Block 54. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Check 43. Kill. Ready, set.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They will run again with Coleman. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Set. Yellow lady. 5-4. Down to lose. 5-9. 54.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. He finds Coleman. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal 1st down. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
4 down. Easy, opposite.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And some space here. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
They stay on the ground on 1st with Johnson. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the 3rd as we're through 3 quarters of play. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that in just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And the Broncos get there and take him down. They couldn't contain Deshaun Hand that time as he gets home for the sack. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Hey, Mike 52. Hey, easy. I can't believe they even let you play. New Mike 52. Okay.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Got a man. It's Ross. Complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Defensively, a bit of a collapse, allowing the 4th down play to result in 23 yards. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral type runs. For the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Open man is lost, complete. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Here's Johnson. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Bree's going to go on fourth down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. They get 6 yards going for it on fourth, and now it's first and goal. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. To throw, it's Breeze. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys, I call it the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
Second and 10 now from the 27. Play action. Now it's locked. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a third down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display. That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appered to be a case of see ball, get ball.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards.
Opposite. 54, right there. Hey, exit.
Shotgun now for Breeze. Steps away to his... Now Breeze lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because This is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
They can't stop me out here.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Breeze. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
On first down, Taylor takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this fourth quarter. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. This is Coleman with the ground. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Green brings it in. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Completes it to Coleman.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Mike 5-4. Mike easy. All day, baby, all day. Mike 50.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
So another big shot dodged there defensively. Now they're just one more incompletion away from salting away this victory, and I know this feeling. They're almost giddy, but they have to stay focused and locked in. They can make one big mistake and throw it all away.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Come on, set. 50, plant. Silver.
A lot going to throw it here. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Set. 10-2 stop. Watch the run. Watch the run. Watch the run. Get it.
Lock to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soft. Go out. Football. Check.
Back to throw. Lock. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and it's never easy to come into Denver to win. You think all you have to deal with the altitude, but they got the job done.
Well, there's a reason Olympic athletes train nearby. All right, they've got a terrific training center in Colorado Springs. You train at the altitude, the lungs expand, you go down to the regular, oh my goodness, they can go all day. And in fact, a lot of visiting teams, when you visit Denver, you know what's printed in your locker room? Welcome to the Mile High City. The air is rare. They get in your head that way.
So for Denver, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, they suffer their 4th loss so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.